Okay, as I continue with the cash flow, on this video I'm going to talk about income tax paid, because that is the next question there, to calculate the income tax paid for the sake of the cash flow, and that question has got 5 marks. So I'm going to show you here, the information is provided here, that you've got your income tax. You can calculate it using that part of the information there, and then your SARS income tax is also given there. So in order to make it easy, it's always advisable to know the structure of how you're supposed to get your answer before you even start plugging figures. So before I even look at figures and where I'm supposed to place them, I need to first of all know, when I'm calculating income tax, what is the best way of doing it. So I can actually say SARS income tax at the beginning, then I must add income tax, then you subtract SARS income tax at the end. That's how you can do that. So if you do that, it's going to give you tax. It's going to give you tax paid. Okay, now, so it is very critical. If you check some of the videos that I've done before when I was talking about the structure of the cash flow, it is very important for you to remember that I've said if I'm using this formula, right, I'm assuming that SARS is under TOP. If SARS is under TOP, it means the opening balance is out, my income tax is out, and then the closing balance is going to be inside brackets. Which means if my SARS is TOR, that is trade and other receivables, it's a receivable, my balance at the beginning is in brackets, my balance at the end is out of brackets, and the income tax remains out. Now, why am I showing you this? It's because normally when they give this to you in the exam, the cash is always one of the balances. Either one of the balances will be a receivable and the other is a payable, or they're both payables or they're both receivables. So you need to know how to then manipulate and play around with the science there. So to make it easy for you, if your balance is at TOP, then the balance at the beginning is out of brackets, the balance at the end is in brackets, and then TOR, the balance at the beginning is in brackets, the balance at the end is out of brackets. Okay, so let's be specific here. Let's look at this particular question. So you are given your opening balances, and your opening balance here is a debit, your closing balance is also a debit. So in other words, your SARS income tax, both at the beginning and the end of the year, they are receivables, right? Which is 11.5 and 16.4. So I've got 11.5 is my opening balance, and then 16.4. Then I must come this side. Remember, if these figures were payables, this will be out of brackets, this will be in brackets. But if these figures are receivables, this will be in brackets, this is out. So we are told that they are both debit. Debit means they are receivables. So which means the balance at the beginning must be in brackets, the one at the end is out. Then to get our net profit, our tax, remember we are not given the tax, so we need to calculate it ourselves. So the tax is going to be calculated by saying your net profit before tax minus your net profit after tax. So in other words, this as well, I want you to put your calculations in brackets. So you're going to put in brackets 1650 minus your 1188,000. So in other words, you're saying your net profit before tax minus your net profit after tax. So you need to make that, you need to show that calculation, and when you show that calculation on your calculator, it's going to give you it's 1650 minus 1188. That will give you 462. So it means our tax is 462, our income tax. Now, so for us to get your tax paid is going to be negative 11,500 plus 462 plus 16,400. This will give you 466,900. So this is 466,900. So our answer is 466,900 for you to get the 5 marks. Very important, very critical aspect. Please take note of how to deal with the balances if they are receivables or payables. Thank you.